Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we're talking about everything coming in the 12.60 update we know so far, and some incredible gaming news you're not going to want to miss because it relates to Fortnite Battle Royale, and it's going to be absolutely game changing for the future of Fortnite. So to start with, we have a few changes coming in to be confirmed for the 12.60 update, and that is obviously some of the gliders and pickaxes which have currently been disabled. These have 100% been confirmed now that these will be changing in the 12.60 update. So the Dragon Corn glider will be temporarily disabled right now. It's been confirmed it's being re-enabled, as you can see here, and the riot control baton pickaxe is also disabled but will be re-enabled in the 12.60. So we've got a little bit of news, I guess, regarding the 12.60 patch notes early for you guys. Then some save the world changes here on screen. I'm not going to read through these unless you play Save the World. You can take a little look at them. And a creative change as well, where players seem to be flying through the middle of an island while playing on mobile devices. So this is pretty interesting, and I think definitely, or seems to be running through the middle of an island. So that's been fixed, and hopefully this will be fixed very soon as the update gets released. I don't know when, but 12.60 is that update, and we can assume it's probably going to be next week, as we've talked about in the past two videos. So if you are new around here though, roughly 80% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel yet. Make sure you are smashing subscribe and keeping up to date with all the latest Fortnite news and info on the channel. It really does mean the world to me and helps the channel grow as much as possible. So thank you everybody tuning in and just staying tuned in general on the channel. It's mad to think that 80% of the people that watch the content aren't subscribed, and if you're one of them, press that subscribe and stay tuned, because we produce reliable Fortnite content every single day. Now, best news we have is this: the Unreal Engine has officially been released, guys. So check this out. Here's the trailer. I'm going to play through it and talk about it as we go through it. So this is the trailer right here. So you can see the Unreal logo comes in first, and it says the following footage was from a PlayStation 5 demo. And wow, this is just incredible. So I'll talk a little bit more about this, but this is coming into Fortnite, guys, in 2021. This is our first look at the Unreal Engine. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? We've got so much different stuff going on here. It's almost like well, it is film technology right here. This is going to be game changing for the Fortnite community, and I cannot wait to get our hands on this in the Fortnite world. And just imagine how mega live events are going to be with graphics like this. Now obviously it'll be that cartoon feel like Fortnite, but it's going to look very similar to this on top end consoles and top end PCs. We'll get into how Fortnite's going to act with the new consoles in a second, but just incredible footage. There's also a brand new sound engine for this. I'll link down the full video. This is just kind of like a compilation video, but I'll link down the whole thing for you guys. And wow, this is insane. Just imagine how big these live events are going to be now when we gain access to them in 2021. Just keep watching it, guys. It's just incredible. Like the bats, the surroundings, the buildings, the caves. The whole thing is just insane. Into the end bit, we get this incredible cutscene where she dives down from the sky and ends at this crazy portal. Just imagine how good this would look in Fortnite, say if this was the Doomsday device or some sort of similar device. Obviously this game is not Fortnite, but you can imagine what these graphics would look like in Fortnite. If you guys are as excited as me for the brand new Unreal Engine 5 to come into Fortnite in 2021, smash a like in the video in the next 5 seconds. Let's try and get 5,000 likes on today's video. This is incredible news, guys. Just smash that like. Now to get onto the news that they have officially posted about the Unreal Engine and how it's going to act on the next gen consoles. So officially, Fortnite have posted an official news post on their website, and it says Fortnite is headed to the next gen consoles. So what's really awesome, they're excited to confirm that Fortnite will be heading to the next generation consoles at launch, as we know, and it will be everything that we know on the old consoles. This will be ready to take full advantage of all the newest console specs. We'll be sharing more specific details when we get closer and closer to the launch. Before then, here are some questions which the community have generally just been asking. So, is this an all new Fortnite? No, it's going to be the same Fortnite, but just with optimized graphics and optimized textures, etc., ready for the Unreal Engine. How will Fortnite take advantage of the next gen console hardware? While we can't share specifics at the moment, more powerful hardware will allow us to improve performance and visuals. At launch, the version of Fortnite will release on next gen consoles will be built on the Unreal Engine 4, which we are currently on. We will migrate Fortnite to Unreal Engine 5 in mid-2021. So I assume probably what they're doing here is they're planning on how they're going to get the Unreal Engine 5 to work on the older consoles, because once Fortnite moves from the Unreal 4 to 5, I guess this is going to have to be a thing across every single device, including mobile, console, etc. Will it limit older consoles? Probably not. I think they'll just spec down the graphics on Unreal Engine 5 I'm pretty sure it'll just be the servers running on Unreal Engine. So that's going to be insane. Does my Fortnite account progression and items I've purchased carry over? We plan to support cross progression across console generations and platforms so that your account progression and items carry over. What's really interesting about that statement is it's like they're saying they're planning on something new, because the way that's asked and worded, it's pretty obvious that, you know, you log into mobile with your Epic account and everything transfers over. Unless they're kind of talking about it in a sense that you don't have an Epic account and it's just linked to your Xbox account. Maybe that's how they're trying to answer this. But for me, the kind of ideas I get from that question is maybe they're working on something else, not just Fortnite, but Fortnite with some sort of other universe. Say like a free roam style game, which is crazy, crazy news. Will Fortnite support cross-platform on next-gen consoles? We intend to support cross-platform across all platforms. Obviously, that's something that we just know in general, including current and next-gen consoles, so that will work perfectly. Will Fortnite continue to support current game platforms? Yes, we plan to continue to support for existing platforms in tandem with our support for next-generation consoles. They plan to support every single platform basically, which is really awesome that the game is currently on, including the lower spec ones like Switch and obviously the earlier mobile phone generations. If you've got some of them, they may not have the best specs, but they still plan to support them as well, which is really, really nice to see. For those that don't already know, the new Xbox mechanics for the new Xbox is very similar to the current Xbox that we've got. It's just like an upgraded version with better hardware, but the system itself is going to run very similar to the current consoles we've got. So there's not going to be much different. Now you're probably still going to be able to hop into Xbox Live parties and stuff with the Xbox players on the older consoles, and that's the same on the PlayStation, I assume, as well. So the footage was from the PlayStation 5 though that we've just seen. So insane news for everybody right there. Incredible stuff. I can't wait for everything to break down further. Then another thing coming in from Hypix, which was posted a few days ago, but I thought I'd just give it an honorable mention. He goes and gives the dates and a more specific estimate. I guess this is his estimate, but you can see he's just showing some things off from the file, proving that the update is going to be delayed till most likely next week, as I talked about in the past videos. We won't go over it too much, but yes, you can see that post from him. Next one is coming in from the Epic Games CEO and founder. He's actually got kind of a hint maybe towards the Doomsday device. A lot of people are picking up on this on Twitter. You can see in the left hand side of his screen, it looks like he's on some sort of live show, maybe a live feed. I'm not too sure. Summer Game Fest it looks like he's on. Maybe some sort of live feed. I definitely need to check out what this was from. But you can see we have in the left hand corner a Doomsday device type thing in the left corner. Is he hinting something there? Really reminds me of the OG 4J Studios hints to the new updates. For those that used to watch my channel back in the day with Minecraft content, you'll know that I used to cover all of the tweets that 4J Studios would post out. And what they do is to take a picture of a plushie, and in the background they preview something from a new update or an upcoming update. So that's what I think he's trying to do here, and I really did like it. So well done to Tim. Hopefully it is a kind of hint. He did confirm on Twitter that he doesn't leak anything or hint anything, but I do think maybe this one could be it, because why on earth would you have one of them orb type electric orb things in the middle of your room? I have no idea. So definitely a hint in my opinion, but obviously Tim would probably say no. As always, he doesn't like to hint stuff, which is perfectly fine of him not to hint stuff. I understand why, but you know, maybe it is a hint this time. Just maybe. You just don't know sometimes. I want to say thank you to everybody using code postboxpat recently in the Fortnite item shop. I am a hashtag Epic Games partner and I do receive 5%. So here are a bunch of shout outs to those supporting me over there in the Epic Games shop. Much love and respect, the few thousand of you doing that. If you guys want to help me bump up that to 3,000, make sure you guys pump in code postboxpat into the item shop and we can try and grow it as much as possible. It's a great way to support me through these difficult times. So thank you and shout out to everybody showing up right now. Next one I've got for you is actually coming from FireMonkey, and he supposedly has said that GTA 5 will be available for free on the Epic Games Store. Now, I don't know if this one's true or not, but he says from a good source. I'm not too sure, but if it is, that's incredible. This game is a classic game. I loved it, and I'm sure many of you have played this. If you haven't, maybe you want to, maybe you don't. You can. It is rated 18, so do consider that. But obviously, this game is an incredible game from my experience in the past. So really, really cool right there. Unreal Engine 5 obviously will remove all this stuff here as well from Ben Walker. He goes and shows maybe how we get these renders, you know, like in replay mode. Hopefully Unreal Engine 5 will remove all these render glitches and obviously allow the entire map to be rendered in at one level of detail, which is going to be incredible. So this Unreal Engine 5 is going to be mega. Obviously it's not coming in until mid 2021. That is just so far away. We have so much time until then. And by the way, guys, that is so far away. I'm just thinking to myself, wow, how on earth are we going to wait that long for this? And we're going to have to. Generally speaking, it'll probably be around this time next year that we're getting the launch of it. All the next gen consoles will already be out, and then obviously the Unreal Engine will be getting closer and closer. We'll get more details about it, etc. This is something that not just Fortnite can involve with. Any other development company can get their hands on the Unreal Engine, and it is free for them up to 1 million total revenue. Once you turn over 1 million profit, I think it is, then you have to pay a certain percentage. I'm not too sure on that exactly, but basically they're allowing every game development company to take control and use Unreal Engine 5, and then once you've got your hands on it, you can then develop something on it, and if you make enough money on it, you then, once you make over a certain threshold, you then give a certain split to Epic Games. It's incredible because you will start to see almost every single game that you play develop on the Unreal Engine 5. Now, there are the exclusions. EA probably won't want to develop on this, but other games, for example, Smite, which I've been playing recently, that's made by Hi-Res Studios, that uses the Unreal Engine. Ark Survival uses the Unreal Engine. There are so many games out there that use the Unreal Engine. We can definitely assume that with the Unreal Engine 5, these games could definitely make a jump forward onto a new step and a new area. Obviously, certain games like Minecraft, etc., will never use the Unreal Engine 5. I think it'll be mainly kind of like the indie titles that don't really have a partnership. Like, you won't see Halo, probably not on the Unreal Engine 5. I think it would be incredible if they did do it, but that's what I mean. This may actually start for games to turn their heads towards these and think, you know what, guys, we're never going to develop anything like this. Let's just use the Unreal Engine 5. And I think it is something that we may start to see in the development world now, because this is incredible. For those that don't already know, and I think I've mentioned this on live streams and probably in one video, The Mandalorian with the Baby Yoda, you know, the Star Wars series, that was actually filmed using the Unreal Engine and Epic Games' software. Incredible stuff. The surroundings and the development of that was all filmed in kind of like a 3D studio. Just type in the making of The Mandalorian. It's insane. Not every set was, but some of the sets and some of the settings were completely filmed with the Mandalorian actor stood in the middle of a room with a huge projector around him, kind of like a huge screen with actual development, and he would just be moving and the screen would be moving with him as if he's playing a video game, but it's a film or TV show which is being filmed, which is just incredible. So check that one out, guys, if you've got some free time as well. At the minute, guys, for those wondering, content wise, we don't have much to cover because obviously there are no updates and nothing really happening in the game, and I will hopefully develop some sort of content which I've got for you guys very, very soon, storyline wise, so expect that as soon as possible. Also, Spy Games as well has slightly changed over to, rather than being the payload one, it is now the knockout one. So hopefully the payload one will come back, but I'm not too sure if it will anytime soon because they've just changed it over. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in today's video. Don't forget, if you are new, smash that subscribe and go and support me further in the item shop with code postboxpat. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy today's news video. I'll keep you guys covered on every other piece of news we get in Fortnite Battle Royale right here on the channel. So I'll see you guys in them videos very, very soon.